What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FM17 episode. Today, as you can see, we're in the new room. I should close that door because it'd look even better from behind, but who cares? We're in a new room. I feel like the camera quality is better. I feel like it's brighter in here. I do look very pale because there is nothing in this room other than my desk and me and obviously the computer. But we're in the new room. We're going to try and smash out as much FM as possible. I want to get back to daily uploads. I've been moving my entire house around, like literally I've been doing so much. It's been a lot of upheaval in the last 2 weeks, so that's why the episodes have been infrequent. But I think now that I'm in here, now that we're all sorted, I think maybe daily can happen again. I don't know. I've let you guys down, I'm not going to lie. I'm upset with myself for not sticking to the daily for the last 2 weeks, but it's just been hard. I haven't even been uploading enough to my main channel, so it's the way it goes. Right, without further ado though, we need to get into Football Manager, so we're just going to jump straight in, roll the intro. We'll have to like work on audio levels and webcam and everything, so apologies, like it may not be bang on today. Hopefully it gets better. My mic's in a different place, like everything's a little bit different, so hopefully let me pull the mic across a little bit. Hopefully everything is all good. That's the hope. So as you can see, we've got a bit of an interesting schedule. So I'm going to show you guys the previous few games. It's really disappointing. I don't know when you last saw, I believe, the Gorodea game. We beat Islok with an 82nd minute winner, and then it kind of went downhill from there. We lost with a 91st minute goal. Then we played against Dynamo Brest, which is a game I really wanted to be winning, given that they're 10th in the league. And it was a disaster. We had 2 players sent off and we lost 3-2. How it was only 3-2, I don't really know. We lost 2 defenders. Then our last game against Belshina, Salifu got sent off and we had a lead and we lost it. And Belshina, that is a game we should be winning as well. They're 8th. So, a little bit disappointing. We have got a game against Krumkachi about to come up, but as you can see, we are now 2 points out of the top 3, which is really annoying considering, just looking at this, that game alone we should have won. This game should have been at least a draw. I mean, there should have been at least 2 points from all of that. But on top of that, we also have a little bit of Jamaican action again. I know I said I was going to only show you guys the important stuff. Well, we have some important stuff. We're in the Gold Cup quarter-final. We made it out of the group. We beat Mexico, which is an absolute scalp and a half. Drew with Guadalupe and El Salvador, which is pretty annoying. But I kind of messed up. I was like just hammering through trying to get my games done quite quickly and ignoring most of the news items, and I forgot to recall like all the injured centre-backs from the national pool. So bear in mind, we used to play a 3 at the back formation. As it stands, I don't know why Andre Clennon's gone into centre-back, but as it stands, we have 1 centre-back in the entirety of the squad. That means that if we look down here, Michael Hector wasn't in, Mariappa wasn't in. These are players that could have been involved. Even the old bloke, who may have retired now, actually, we literally were stuck with 1 centre-back. So for the majority of this tournament, we've been playing, where is he? Kyle Butler at centre-back, which is just ludicrous given that he's got 7 tackling. But I didn't know what else to do. So the team's a little bit of a mess, I've got to say. Leon Bailey's actually having quite a good tournament for once, which is nice. But we changed the formation to look a little bit like this, basically, and yeah, it's kind of worked, I guess. But we have got an actual important game against Nicaragua, who aren't very good. So I'd like to think, I mean, they've got 3 real players. We should be winning this. We should put us in the semi-final of the Gold Cup, which is not bad whatsoever. There's some good teams left in it. I wouldn't mind playing against Canada, Curacao. I wouldn't even mind Honduras. There's a few tricky teams, but I think it's quite good. So that's also on this match day. We play Krumkachi, who are bottom of the league, and then we play Nicaragua, and then we'll play Dynamo Minsk, and probably maybe save the semi-final for the next episode. Who knows? Also, bad news. Dramana Kanate is desperate to leave. He keeps getting offers come in, and I was like, I can't sell you because he's been so decent. And he was like, no, I've got to go. So he's on the way out. I'm trying to bring in a replacement. It looks like he's going to go for about 50k, which is not bad at all. So hopefully if we do that, I'm just going to reinvest it in another foreign centre-back and try and get someone just as good. I'm looking at a good young Portuguese guy, so hopefully that pans out to be quite good for us. We're going to bring in Stefanovic because Salifu is suspended. We'll bring in Baiduk from the bench. And who else? Who should Jake Gosling come out for? We'll go for Shagrikovic, and I'm going to actually put Shagrikovic back in at full back. I believe that's what I want to go for. Yeah, that looks like our strongest possible side. Is there anyone I've missed out on? No. Okay, so this is our lineup, the pretty usual one of Amelchenko in goal, Shigrikovic, Konate, Babachev and Gavrilovic as the back four. Gavrilovic and Obrazov have been swapping out a lot, but that's the way it is at the moment. Stefanovic comes in for Salifu. Zabalin is playing as our other midfielder. Rekic has really gone downhill as of late, but he's still going to be in the squad because it's him or Demeshko even, because we need the foreign players to be low. Then Felipe Oliveira, Rui Coentrao and João Vieira. João Vieira's bagging some goals. These guys have all been contributing, but today we need a comfortable away victory, that is for sure. It's been a lot of talking. We are, what, about 5 minutes into this episode, and I've just been spouting a load of absolute rubbish. So to stop this from being like a 2-hour-long episode, we need to get into it as soon as possible. Okay, so I've got, with the setup being a little bit different, normally I'm like looking across, like the monitors are a bit different. Now my two monitors are here rather than there, so I quite like it, but my Xbox monitor's over there and it kind of suits my setup better. But Oliveira whips it in. Stefanovic 1-0 after 2 minutes. That's the perfect start to the game. I look so white in here. The white balance is definitely off. Let me fix that mid-game because I literally look like a ghost. Also, it seems like every loud motorbike is driving past as possible. There we go. That looks a bit better. That background looks so like just clean, doesn't it? 1-0 after 1 minute 22. Not much more you can ask for. Oliveira getting the assist. We could do with seriously battering this team here because as it stands, I mean, they are on 7 points. They're not having a good season. Minus 27 goal difference. They've won 1 and drawn 4 and lost 12. So in reality, I'd quite like a 4-0 win here to try and sort the morale out. But knowing the way the team's playing at the moment, that won't happen. They scored just as I had a sneeze coming. Of course they did. Lebedev makes it 1-1. Just as I say it, 8th minute. Oh, my hay fever's going mental. They're actually playing quite good football. This is the problem, that as soon as that cup final loss happened, the team have just been so down and depressed. It's not going well. If they go 2-1 up here, I may have to delete this channel. But João Vieira has the ball. He's looking to play through, I think, number 29. No, he gives it to Zabalin, our box-to-box midfielder. He's got to square it here. We're going to... No, he doesn't square it. I thought we were going to repeat the first goal, to be honest. They play it long, but it is cut out by Babachev. Hopefully Oliveira he doesn't win the header. We've got to get a goal here. We need to get our lead back. I know we're only 10 minutes in, but I don't like drawing against bottom of the league. João Vieira is put through, and it is 2-1. We've seen 3 goals in 10 minutes. What a start to the game, and what an entertaining start to this episode. Stefanovic played a lovely ball to Vieira. There was enough people queuing up for that one, but João Vieira did a good job to actually put it in the back of the net. And as it stands, we go back above Shakhtar Sologorsk, who aren't playing at the moment. Let me move this one down, because I'm sure you guys would rather see this information, surely. And Stefanovic nearly put us another goal up, but it wasn't to be. Gavrilovic does the worst throwing you've ever seen. This is one of those games with a ton of highlights. It makes you wonder if you've actually got key on, because there's so many. Apparently I clicked on Dynamo Minsk there. We come forward now. Rekic has the ball. He's going to play a through ball to number 14. I could see it. Oliveira does well to knock that down. Stefanovic has the ball. He's taken a long time with it, but some good passing. Vieira hits the post. I would have liked to have gone 3-1 up there, because I want this game to just be out of sight already. We are playing better. We've had 3 times their shots, basically. We've had more clear-cut chances, more half chances. We are dominating the game. But the way we're playing at the moment, you can see Lebedev basically scoring from that sort of counter-attack. Amelchenko did well to stop it. But I think a big part of the problem is how demotivated Dramana Konate is, because he's desperate for the leave. I think that's why we're doing so poorly defensively. I mean, I just saw then he was on a 6.4, which is just not good enough for a guy that's basically been our star defender this season. It just makes it... My Xbox has just turned off. It makes it clear that we need to replace him. There's no point keeping a miserable player at the squad. And Vieira makes it 3-1. There we go. This game should be out of sight now. But yeah, like I said, what's the point in having a miserable defender if he just wants to leave? If we can get 50k for him and hopefully bring in someone just as good, if not better. You never know. The whole thing is always about just trying to improve those foreign players. So if we can get a good... What is my hair doing, by the way? If we can get a good bit of money for him, then happy days. And then hopefully replace him with someone a little bit better. Maybe a youngster or something. Okay, they've got a free kick here. I'm a little bit worried they're going to come back into the game. This is one of those ones where I just want it to go really quick, because I knew the episode's already going to be long enough as it is. But it just seems to be highlight after highlight after highlight. It's driving me crazy. However, Vieira's through on goal, and he just spoons it wide of the post. That's a shame. I didn't even see that goal. Rui Coentrao has put us 4-1 up. Great goal. Happy days, 4-1. Gavrilovic plays it to Rekic. That was a lovely ball there and a great chip to the back post. Rui Coentrao, all he does is score those back post goals. Their goalie should have done better, but happy days. We just keep going forward now. Rekic has the ball on the right-hand side, whips it in, and Coentrao wants it. Or did Vieira win the header? Vieira's got his hat-trick, I think. Yeah, it should be his hat-trick. Happy days. He was kind of struggling for a couple games to get the goal, so I'm happy that we're making good use of this away game to bottom of the table. Like, if we came to this game and won 2-1 or 1-0, I'd have been gutted. I'm glad we're literally just smashing them. It should improve the morale a lot for the side. And as always, there's another flipping highlight. This is going to be 5-2, isn't it? And no, Amorchenko does well to save. Morale is looking very good at the moment. I'm going to take off Konate because he's just being miserable. We might need to rely on and die for a bit, so I guess it's worth giving him a little game. Other than that, I think those changes will probably suffice. Maybe we'll bring on Kuka to give him a little bit of a rest. And actually, no, I'm going to bring on Baiduk. I'm going to change both centre-backs because he's a little bit tired, Babichev, and we're going to be needing him a lot for the rest of the season. So, triple change, basically focusing on morale for this one. And just trying to keep a few people happy. The game's obviously over. I would be... Yeah, I'd like to keep a clean sheet for the last 10 minutes now. Like, obviously not concede a second goal. And hopefully those changes don't affect that. And that should be it. I'd be surprised if a goal comes from this. I'm sure their goalkeeper will, hold on to the ball and the full-time whistle blows. So there we go. 5-1 victory. Everyone other than the centre-back is in great spirits. So that's what we needed to go into a run-in of some pretty tricky games, including Dynamo Minsk. If we want to close down this gap at the top, this will be pretty important. But I don't get much time to rest because I have about an hour and a half to fly to wherever I'm playing my game against Nicaragua. I think it might be in Mexico. It's in America. So I have... basically, I had an hour and a half now to get to the USA. Hopefully I made it in time. We're going to sort out our team. There literally is nobody other than Wes Morgan that they reckon can play here. It's that bad. So Kyle Butler's going to be playing there. I'm just going to make him a central centre-back. We've even lost Dwayne Gilbert, our left-back. This is a nightmare. You know what this means, right? It means Mikel Antonio goes to right-back. And Parchment go, oh my word. Boys, don't judge this team. It's horrific, okay? Whatever happens in this game happens. It's the way it goes. Dwayne Kerr. What a great name for a man. Why would you ever think that's a good idea? There's no just realistic changes. We're going into this game. Our only hope is that Nicaragua... Nicaragua. That's who we're playing. Our only hope is that they are pretty awful. So hopefully it's not too big of an issue and we can just beat them nice and comfortably. Oh, we've gone 1-0 up. I thought the highlight was over and stopped looking. Dwight Gale's put us 1-0 up. Of course he was always gonna. He's our goal machine. He's basically our main outlet now, especially with Antonio playing at right back. Johnson had the ball, he's playing a little bit further forward than before. He cut it across to Dwight Gale. Easy as that. Dwight Gale's been put through again here. The goalkeeper hesitates. He rounds the goalkeeper 2-0. Easy as you like. That's basically 2 goals in 60 seconds for Dwight Gale there. Happy days. That's a perfect start. We're through to the semi-final now. It's going to be interesting to see who we come up against. That's awful goalkeeping. I'm going to only really talk as a goal goes in now, guys, because you don't need to see much more from this game. We'll try and keep it short. I'm quite surprised that Dwight Gale was chosen to play for Jamaica in this save, given that he could definitely end up in the England setup at some point. The guy, he's banging in absolute goals after goals this season. He was born in England. I'm surprised that a lot of the English ones that you can call up, none of them say yes. So I'm surprised we've got Dwight Gale. He's about to get his hat-trick. Oh, he hits the post. Nearly. We're going to be done on the counter-attack here, I think. Lagos has the ball. They are coming forward quite quickly, but slow enough that we were able to get basically the entire team back behind the ball. They're kind of getting penned in here, passing very slowly. I did think we were going to win it back then. Arendt has to be smart with his pass, and he is. He plays it to Fletcher, who then puts it on to Daniel Johnson, who I think is going to slide in Gale. One more. Fletcher! There we go. 3-0. Game over. I'm not talking to you till full time now. There's not going to be another goal. I promise you. Can I just say, serious shout out to Kyle Butler on a 7.2 for a man who's an attacking mid playing centre-back. Fair play. I did say there wasn't going to be another goal. Antonio launches in a long throw. Their goalkeeper collects it. It's going to be booted long, and that's it. I just can't believe that our centre-back, our attacking midfielder is doing so well at centre-back. And in reality, if you look at the stats, Nicaragua have probably been the better team. We just created proper chances. That was the only difference. So happy days, really. I'm not going to complain at all. We've done what we needed to do. 7.3 for our attacking mid. We were able to give a few youngsters some runs out. Rested Dwight Gale for like 30 minutes in that game. Good, happy stuff. And we're now... I wonder who we're going to come up against. We'll probably see in a second. Also, did I just see... I think I saw Mariano is playing for the Dominican Republic now. And I'm sure he's the Real Madrid youngster, the striker. Is he playing at Lille? Yeah, he's playing for Dominican Republic. 29 goals in 24 games. That is unreal that they've got him. He is by far their best player. That's absolutely class. Was he born in Dominican Republic? I always thought he was Spanish. Wow, fair play. I want to see who else, like, what other sick players are playing at this tournament. So if we go to player detailed, we'll surely see some. We don't care about that one. Let's have a look at average rating. Obviously, Gamboa is the right back, isn't he? Yeah, Mariano, Herrera. This guy was good against us, De Neuer, but he's not really that good. Good young player there. I don't think there's anyone that I didn't know about. All of these I was aware of. Oh, well, that's quite interesting, though, that this guy's setting the world on fire. Dwight Gale has already become Jamaica's record goal scorer with 32 international goals. That's brilliant. Of course he has. I mean, the guy, how many international... He scored 32 in 27. That is a record. I mean, I know he only plays against some very, very average sides. I mean, looking at these... He got 2 against Dominican Republic, 2 against Nicaragua, 1 against Guatemala. Like, they're not good teams, really. But fair play. Fair play. Okay, so we've been drawn the USA. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below, would you like to see the game against the USA? This season has been going on a long time. We're already like 8 episodes in, and there's still... I mean, if we look at Granite... We still have basically half the season to go. We still have 13 games. Now, obviously, we're out of the cup now. Maybe we'll only do some interesting games. But let me know in the comments down below if in the next episode you'd like to see... Maybe we could do the cup, we could do the Gold Cup semi-final, and then maybe the final as well, if we reach it, or the third place playoff, whatever happens. So let me know if you want like that 4-day span. Let me know in the comments and I'll include it. If you guys don't want to see it though, then we'll just carry on with Granite Life. One thing I forgot to mention too is we completed our previous license, and the problem is the club are now in a little bit of debt, so they won't let me do another license. But the fact we're up to a 2.5 star reputation with a Continental C, that's not the end of the world. We're on 50%, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that. And towards the end of the season, that's probably once we hit like September, October, November, that's when we'll start looking for a new job, depending on if we reach Europe, of course. And that's that. Dundramana Kanate has gone for 50k, so we need to go and sign a replacement. Benny had no interest in joining. Okay, so we've got to find someone different. That's my goal this episode. Right, I don't get why this is the response everyone gives. Like, you're on 1.9k. We've got 2.6k, man. What more do you want from me? If I do this, bump it a little bit that way, 3k. One of you mugs have got to flipping want to take my money. Surely. Right, so we're going to replace Kanate in this game by putting in Baiduke, because that means we can have a little bit of fun going forward. It means we have an extra foreign spot. So I'm going to give Kuka a game. Just see what he's like. See what's going to happen in this match. Hopefully, he can make the difference. He hasn't really been given the chances to start, which also means we have some other options. So Salifu can come in for Stefanovic. He can return. And hopefully, it makes a big difference. I am struggling to get any centre-backs to agree to join, which is gutting because of the difference it made. But as it stands, we are 2 points behind Shakhtar Soligorsk. We aren't even remotely favourites to have a chance in this game. But you never know. And if we win it, it would be an enormous win in our chase for the top 3. This can be season defining. If we lose this, it's not the end of the world. We can still come back. We're still only half the way through the season. But if we can get a win, it would be enormous. It will be huge for so many things. Why is there so much sun reflecting off that wall? The sun's actually not pointing in, but there is a wall outside the window that is actually reflecting the light in, which is quite bizarre. Zabalin has the ball here. I'm assuming this is just going to be a dead highlight and it's going to go to nothing. Or Budnik's going to go forward and he's going to score within the first minute. The power on that! What on earth just happened? Right, the ball is played long to Budnik, but Babachev does well to cut it out. They are coming forward, though, with the guy with a long name, Budnik, who's been very good this season. He's scored a lot of goals. I don't know, he didn't win the header there, though, and we are coming forward. João Vieira, if he gets his pass away, could have been good, but he played it to the wrong man, really. Budnik is coming forward here. And he's gone for a long shot from distance. I'm going to go on standard because I don't want us to be playing too attacking. I do like having the control of the game, but I feel like you do it within a limit. The ball has gone from the free kick to the edge of the box, so Stefanovic has it on the right-hand side, plays it in Budnik, 1-0. Well, I may as well just go back onto control now because what difference does it make? We're already 1-0 down. It's going to be hard to come back from this 1-0 down away from home, but we'll see. As you can see here, the ball goes out right to Stefanovic. He does well. I don't know why he runs away from goal, but it's a good cross. And Budnik, just a very, very good header into the top corner. Not much else you could have asked for. There's a highlight directly after the goal, which is actually worrying because normally I'd be confident we'd go and get an equaliser, but the way the team are playing against this team, I'm not too sure. But Oliveira does well to win the knockdown twice there. That's the joy of having a 6'4" central attacking midfielder. But Stefanovic is in space again. He's going to whip it to Budnik once again. But they hit the post, so it's okay. It's all right. It's not a goal, and that's all that matters. We've had more of the ball. We've actually had 2 half chances. We're not playing poorly here. We have a chance in this game to maybe do it. But every time, man, that is another cross from Stefanovic to Budnik. This time it took a huge deflection off Bajduk, but it's just the same every time. And our pass completion rate is 65%, which is absolutely terrible. That's got to be one of the worst I've seen from us this season, but theirs is exactly the same. What's going on? Another highlight almost directly after the goal. If this is free, it's going to be hard to come back, obviously. Kuka does win the ball though, and Shigrikovic plays it long to Vieira, and Kuka nicks it again and again. It always falls to Kuka. Whips in a cross, back post, Rui Coentrao. What is going on? It's crept across the line. We went back and forth 3 times then, and they equalled our own goal with an own goal of their own. It's 3 goals in 3 minutes. What is it with this game and like just constant goals at the same sort of spell? I've never had so many highlights in a Football Manager episode as what we've had today. It's just been non-stop highlights. 2-1. That's better. We're back in this instantly. A draw is doable, but Stefanovic, as always, whips in the cross, and it goes to Budnik at some point. But we play it out to Vieira. Is this the highlight, or was that the highlight? I don't know. Bykov just gives away a foul, and that was it. That was the end of the highlight. Dynamo Minsk have been the better team, clearly. Lots more shots and clear-cut chances, but we aren't being entirely outclassed. If they get a third before half-time, then I'm sure it's game over. But as things stand, if they miss this chance, which they did, it's not over. We're going to go into the second half, and we're going to hope for something better. João Vieira is kind of struggling, so I'm going to give him until around the 60th, 65th minute before we replace him for Zenko. And then I don't even know what extra foreign player we're going to bring on. But they have a corner here. It's whipped in. It is cleared by Bajduk, but nobody is closing down Kovacic, and he has time to run out wide. Every time they go out wide, it seems to be dangerous. And the ball's fallen to Budnik, as always. And he hit the post there. That should have been a goal. We are hanging on by our fingernails at this point. And yeah, I'm going to make the subs now because really, there's not a lot happening with this team. So we're going to bring on Zenko. I know it's a bit of a downgrade. Maybe, actually. Let's try something different. We're going to do this. We're going to play a way more attacking midfield. And I'm going to bring on Zenko alongside our man up top. And that does mean we have an extra spot, I believe. But I have taken off the player I wanted to bring on. So never mind. He's not on the bench for some reason because I'm an idiot. Okay, Zenko, can you make a difference? There has been games where playing as a deep line forward for the last 20 minutes. He's got a couple goals. So you never know. Just nicking 1 goal would be enormous. Gavrilovic has picked up a knock here. I'm going to give him 10 more minutes before. He seems to be alright. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. But it's rolling into the 70th minute now. Minsk have definitely dominated us. I'm not going to complain too much. We were away from home against second in the league. What can you expect? But Rui Coentrao whips in a ball and Guschenko just gathers it just with ease. I don't know what this highlight's going to be. I do love it when a highlight starts with something so just mundane like that. It's like, this could be a red card. They could go up the other end. What's going to happen? And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Budnik has the ball, but no. Bajduk plays a perfect ball through the middle. Rui Coentrao crosses it to Vieira. And we have done the unrealistic chance there. I don't know what words I'm trying to use. But that pass from Bajduk was insane to Coentrao. And he's been fantastic to whip that across. And Vieira just taps it home. And somehow it looks like we're about to salvage a draw. There's 10 minutes to go. Let's not speak too soon. But this would be an absolute turn up for the books. There's a chance with 3 minutes left. We have possession of the ball, but it's in our half, which means if we do something like that, you'd expect it to fall to one of them, but you never know. We're playing it long here. We're kind of penning them in, but if they get a good, just long kick here, up to their strikers that the game can turn in seconds. We need to be winning these first balls, which we are, and Kuka does well to gain it. If we can play this through ball to number 10 right now, or Oliveira plays a pass, I don't know. Just do something with it. We're going to score a win here. Zenko's through and goal. Wait, 1-3-2! What has just happened? What on earth has just happened? Zenko, an inspired substitution. I did incredibly to keep Vieira on the field and go for what I decided to do. We went for an attack in midfield, which we did. 2 up top. Flipping, play even safer, waste time, the lot. This should be it. Just bang it. There has been a highlight directly after. It's not over. I don't want to watch this. If they score instantly, I may cry. Just lots of tears. But I am going to say, how good was my substitution? No, don't do this to me. Don't score. Don't score. Don't score. No. Why have they had to do it? Man! God! We score in the 92nd. They score in the 93rd. I don't believe it. I want to break something. I feel heartbroken, man. Ugh, why do this to me? I thought we pulled off the most unbelievable result of the season. We did well to avoid defeat. But man, considering how that went, that's really disappointing. Guys, that brings us to the end of this episode though. A draw away to second in the league is absolutely fantastic. We got to hope Shakhtar Soligorsk drop a few points. We will possibly be back for our Gold Cup semi-final against the USA, and we'll have like a couple games. But basically, that's tomorrow. Then we'll play Kimmich, and then whatever that game is. Let me know if you guys are up for that in the next episode, and then we'll try and just smash through a bunch of games before you see us again. Because basically, we'll probably play like all of these and come back like there, because otherwise this season is going to go on for absolutely ever. Smash that like button if you guys did enjoy it. Subscribe if it is your first time watching. Thank you ever so much for checking out this video. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.